Hi, I'm Zola. Today we're going to be doing a dancer calf workout. This will warm up and strengthen your feet and of course work your calves. Now as a dancer, what I remember most about training when I was growing up was all the releves and calf raises that we did to strengthen our feet and our calves, of course. So we'll be doing sort of what I learned when I was growing up. It's a burner, so stick with me. Alrighty, so I have a chair here with me. You can use a countertop or a wall if you don't have a chair. Most people have chairs though. Or you can use a bar if you have a bar. Anything just to keep your balance. But we're gonna face that chair or bar or whatever you're touching. And just hold on with a light touch. So starting with feet together and parallel, so all 10 toes pointing forward. Try to stand up tall, pull the belly to the spine, and lift the heels up. Now one heel is going to stay lifted, and we're going to lower the opposite heel. So we're just warming up the feet here. So every time we switch, we're straightening the legs and lifting both heels. Prancing like a little pony. Lift and lower, stretch and lower. So I'm going on my highest heels that I can get to. Lift and lower, warming up the feet and really pressing into the arch of the foot of the heel that stays up. Good, let's do one more each side. Good, and from here, lift the heels high and lower them down with control. Now, both heels stay down. Let's bend your knees like you're sliding down a wall, so don't lean forward and stick your booty out. Just bend the knees and slide right down an imaginary wall. Lift the heels, don't move the head. Now stretch the legs, don't move the heels, and then lower the heels. So 4 things: knees bent, heels lift, stretch the legs, and down. Bend, heels up, keeping a light touch on whatever it is that you're touching. In ballet, of course, sometimes they'll just say 2 fingers. Let's reverse that. So lift the heels first, keeping the legs nice and straight. Bend the knees, slide down a wall. Heels down, stretch. Nice high heels. Bend the knees, heels down, and stretch. Bend, down. Let's do 2 more this direction. 1 more time, lift, down, and up. Now I'm going to face you so you can turn your profile to whatever it is that you're holding. And let's keep the feet together in parallel. Place the opposite hand on the hip. It does not matter which hand is on the hip and which hand is touching the wall or the chair, but just have your profile facing that object. Lift the heels up, high heels, and down. So you want to think about, as you lift your heels, you don't want to shift the weight forward and back. You want to find that center, find your plumb line, and go straight up and straight down. Up and down. Let's do 5 more in this position. Lift for 5, heels down. 4, nice high heels, nice straight legs. And 2, and 1, heels down. Going into a first position. So your heels are together, your toes are apart. Don't force the turnout, please. Sit up nice and tall and then lift the heels up and down again, up and down. Light touch on whatever it is that you're touching. Let me bring my chair forward a little bit. Up and down, up and down. Your heels don't have to stay together. They will separate at the top and that's totally fine. Keep those legs nice and straight. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Heels down. Let's separate the heels. The legs will be parallel again, but this time hip distance and apart. So again, lift your heels straight up, straight down. Good. Nice and tall through the spine. Keep the chest open and lift it. Lift up and down. Lift and lower. 4 more times. 4, 3, my calves are already burning. 2, and 1. Good. From here, going into a small second position, nothing crazy. So let's have the heels right under the shoulder, so a little bit wider than the hips, but not too wide. Lift the heels up and down. Lift and lower. 3, we're doing 10. And 4, legs are straight. 5, almost think of lifting the heels from your glutes, right? Up. 3 more. And 2. And 1. Good, bring the heels down. We're gonna have a wide parallel position. So a wide parallel second position. It's gonna be very awkward, but that's okay. Lift the heels up and lower it down. Lift the heels up and lower it down. So try to not favor the outside of the foot as you lift your heels. You kind of want to think of the first 3 toes. You want to keep the weight even across the ball of the foot, but think of those first 3 toes mainly. Hopefully that made sense. Up and down. Up and down. Let's do 3 more here. 3, 2, and 1. Heels down. Now turn around to face your chair. Going into a pigeon-toed position. So your toes are going to be in, your heels are out. Internally rotate it from the hip sockets, not just the feet or the knees. So if you can't figure that out, you can kind of lift your foot off the floor, internally rotate from the hip, and then put that foot back down. So you're making sure that's happening from the hips and not just the feet. It's an awkward position again, so lift the heels, keep weight even across the ball of the foot, and up and down, up and down. Keep going. 5, 4, keep those legs straight. 3, make sure your tailbone is pointing straight down to the floor, unlike mine was. Up and down. One more time. Up and down. And shake that out. From here, if you're feeling fancy, let's do a coupe position or a single leg releve. So find your heels together, toes apart position. And I'm going to shift my weight to my right leg, picking up the left leg. Now you can keep your foot flexed or point the toes, but you're going to place one ankle, so the left ankle that's lifted, behind the right heel. So that's your coupe position. You want to externally rotate that bent knee so that the legs are turned out, sitting up tall. Keep the right leg straight as you lift the right heel up and down. Center myself on this chair. Up and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, abdominal strong, 10, and switch sides. So find that first position first. Shift your weight over to the left leg, lift the right foot off the floor, bend that knee, and place the ankle behind the heel, and then lift the left heel. 10, 9, 8. Don't bend the knee to lift the heel. Lift from your seat. 5 more times. 5, you can point the toes or flex the foot. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, heels down. Shake it out. And that's it. So the calves should feel worked, the feet should feel warm, and it should feel nice. Thank you for joining me again. My name is Zola. I will see you next time.